What is up, Super Fam? I am Sensei Finito, and this is Battery CEO. Welcome to Marvel Bros, where we cover all things Marvel and everything pop culture.
Oh yes, and on today's pop culture news update, we'll be checking out some new Spider-Man No Way Home reports. Miss Marvel's new suit in the upcoming Disney Plus series, a new still for DC League of Super Pets, and the latest poster for Jurassic World Dominion. Uh,
Oh,
so a lot of great stuff today. But before we get into all that, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Marvel Bros 23 on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel, where we cover all things Marvel and a lot more. Check us out.
that is right. And you can also check us out on our website, www.marvelbros.com, where we're live with this video right now. And you can also purchase Marvel Bros merchandise to support us and what we have going on here, as well as join our Discord, where we are always up to date with all these conversations that we're having here on the pop culture news updates. And you can also check out Marvel Bros basically on the go. So wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it be Spotify or literally anything, any of
Mm-hmm.
those places where you listen to your podcast at, you can now listen to us. So yeah, make sure you guys do that and check us out ASAP. So getting right into this, man. This is one of the reports. This is something that
Oh
we've been
yeah.
talking about actually in our Discord quite a
Mm-hmm.
bit. This is some more Spider-Man No Way Home news. So reportedly, Tobey Maguire will be in Spider-Man No Way Home for a total of 25 minutes, and
Okay.
Andrew Garfield will be in the movie for a total of 21 minutes.
Mm.
So what how do you feeling, man? I mean,
That
I
was
know we've had
Andrew
a
gonna
lot of
die? Is that?
I mean, to me, it seems like maybe instead of maybe Toby gets introduced first,
Mm.
and then Andrew Garfield gets
Shows
introduced
up
late,
last second.
yeah, like 4 minutes later, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So Toby and Tom will basically have like their
Oh.
Spider-Man conversation for a
Mm-hmm.
good 4 minutes. You know what I mean? And then Andrew Garfield comes through, and then he's there, talking about whatever he's talking about.
Here's what I'm thinking. Other situation.
Okay.
So I feel like Toby comes first because
Okay.
Doc Goblin, his version of Spider-Man's coming into the MCU first, and then later on, Electro kind of comes in, and then maybe some other people that might be coming in from the Amazing Spider-Man world, and that's when Andrew Garfield comes into play here.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, man. I love both of them. I'm just I don't know, man. I don't want to get my hopes up because this isn't confirmed by any way. Still, which is
Yeah.
wild. Obviously because we've broken down the latest trailer extensively, and we know
We
for a
can
fact
clearly see a
there's
lot
two
of stuff
other.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of evidence to suggest they are in it for sure. But again, it's still not confirmed. Can you imagine all this hype? They don't even put him in the movie.
That would be insane, bro. Like I said, man, if that happens, I'm pretty sure there's going to
The
be a
internet would break.
riot of nerds in the streets. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Like,
people would literally start riots.
yeah.
And yeah, like I can't imagine. But for the most part, though, I feel pretty
Mhm.
confident. Obviously the numbers that we just talked about, the 25 and 21,
Yeah.
those are actually higher numbers than I initially saw uh,
Well,
months
from the
ago.
jump, the thing that I saw
But
was like 30 minutes each. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
oh man,
it just said that they were going to be in it
hmm
for 30 minutes.
hmm
Like it was like there's going to be 30 minutes of screen time for
hmm
those Spider-Man. And I think this movie, if I'm not mistaken,
I think it's
is on the longer side
I think
of
it's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
yeah, I was gonna
I
say I know
think.
it's something like that.
hmm I think it's like the third or fourth longest runtime.
Yeah, 2 hour
Uh,
30 minutes. You
yeah,
were on you hit the head on the nail with that one.
compared to other MCU and I'm excited. I'm glad it's a long movie. I actually really like longer
Hmm.
MCU movies.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
so I'm pumped, man. I just hope they do them justice. That'd be very unfortunate if we actually get them and they're like not at
And,
all what we
and it's like
left off.
nothing that we really wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Andrew's just an asshole. And then like Toby Maguire is just like a sissy. Can you imagine? Like like just some weird shit.
Yeah, I know what
But
you're
just like
saying.
I
Like,
don't like that would suck too. Uh, but do
I
you think
mean,
they're gonna give us like what they were like in or do you think we're gonna get
Okay,
a
this
different
is this is
version?
something that I think everyone is going to kind of have to get the grasp on.
Hmm.
Is we're going through for Toby 10 plus years like of character development. For Andrew 5, I think. I'm not sure when that series, like when all of that
Yeah.
came out. So the last time we saw both of these characters, it's literally been years. So
Hmm.
who's to say what's been transpiring within their
Their world.
respective universes? Yeah.
Hmm.
For the like in who they are now as Spider-Man. Like we might see Toby be really dark and gritty because
Yeah.
of everything that he's been through. Like
I had to
everything's
kill
been
Aunt
so
May.
hard on.
Just
You know what Jesus Christ, that went so far left.
she was
But
gonna
yeah.
expose me. I couldn't let that happen.
But yeah, though, like literally though, we have no idea what we could see within
Hmm.
this neck within their lives and what
Yeah.
they've had to go through. Uh and that is only assuming that we are picking up in their timelines
Hmm.
respectively at this time in 2024 when the movie will be
Yeah.
released. Because I think that's what time period it is for No Way Home is 2024. Everything's
Yeah.
kind of been set in those
Like a couple years later.
2023 and 2024 are the 2 years that we've basically had everything transpire in the
Yep.
last MCU movies, other than Loki, because that is outside of time. So it's basically existing throughout the entirety of the MCU, which is kind of
Yeah.
crazy to even think about.
Yeah.
Um, but
Mind
I
breaking.
mean, I mean, man, like I don't know what they could do with this
Hmm.
show, with the show. I'm sorry, with this movie. But I know that I hope everyone gets their well-deserved
Their time to shine.
story end, I guess you could type as, you know what I mean? Not
Hmm.
story end, but kind of just get their screen time and their
Yeah.
time to shine, like you were saying.
Yeah.
The conversations. This is one thing that will be huge. Okay, the conversation between Toby Maguire's Peter Parker and Doc Ock, that will steal the entire movie, hands down.
I feel like
And
that would
then
be. It's gonna definitely be because like
come on, bro. Like that'll be ridiculous.
because Andrew didn't really have any of that connection.
He
Maybe
did though, because
maybe with
Andrew had that with Lizard. That's what I was gonna say.
maybe with
Andrew,
Lizard, but I don't know. I felt like it's not as genuine as it was with Doc though.
this is how it is for me. This is how I kind of see it. Okay, uh,
Hmm.
Toby, Toby Maguire's Peter Parker and Doc Ock,
Hmm.
Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, and well, Andrew Garfield. This is how. Okay, my bad. Toby Maguire's Spider Man,
Hmm.
Toby Maguire's Peter Parker. My bad. Toby Maguire's Peter Parker and Doc Ock, Andrew Garfield's Spider Man and the Lizard, and then Tom Holland's Spider Man, whatever, and Mysterio.
Hmm.
Those are the kind of characters that they've had, the ones that are the fake mentors, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, almost, the mentors above on them, and then they don't even listen to their own words that they've been
Hmm.
speaking, and then it kind of alters the entire
Yeah.
um
Their entire character arc almost.
yeah, their character arc and the dynamic that they have with Spider-Man and their respective
Hmm.
universes. So I think it would be amazing to see all of them get to have that kind of bookend
Yeah.
talk with those people that did them wrong in the end,
Hmm.
that actually were trying to steer them right.
So in the trailer, you know,
Mhm.
we have two trailer reactions for the first and second available for you guys to check out right now on our YouTube
If you're
channel.
in here, Bedrock, please drop those in the
But
chat.
in the latest trailer,
Mhm.
with Doctor Strange talks about them needing to die. Do you think we're going to see these villains die again, or do you think we're just going to see them go back to where they came from?
I
Because
feel
it's kind of hard.
like, yeah, exactly.
Like I think
I
Spider Man's going to save him. Like that just sounds weird, but like I feel like that's the way that trailer kind of like pushed me. And like the ones who do die, Doctor Strange is going to be the one to kill them, not Spider Man.
um
But I don't
I
know.
don't I don't know, man. That's one thing that I will say is I truly have no idea what is going to transpire for
Hmm.
these villains. Uh Personally, I would like to see them not die, any of them
Hmm.
die, and all of them live on, and then
Hmm.
actually be able to show up later in
Yeah.
their in different movies and whatnot.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because each, That's one trope that we are not huge fans of here at Marvel Bros when it comes to Marvel and their movies is they kill off villains really
Yeah,
fast, really quick.
they do.
First
They
the
really
first
do.
movie they show up in, they die at the end. That's how like no one is getting sent to the
Maximum
the whole
security.
the entire police prison for superhumans that they actually have that we
Yeah,
know exists in the MCU. No one's getting sent there. Everyone is dying. Killmonger, Warmonger, all of the mongers, everybody,
yeah.
just no matter
All
who they are, all the way
gone
down to
off the
Ant-Man's
map.
villain. I mean, but to be fair, with certain characters, there is a possibility for them to show up again
Hmm.
somehow, some way. Ultron being one of those, Ant-Man's villain, because he could have just be in the quantum universe this
Yeah.
whole time and no one knows. There's a lot of different things that could be going on with certain villains, but it's just like, man, we don't want to see such good characters
Hmm.
just die off and be I'm just
It's a
because
pain,
you
man.
have
It really is. It
30
sucks.
million villains to use doesn't mean you should use all of them. Like
Yeah,
maybe you should keep the really good ones
yeah.
around.
Let them develop. Let them simmer a little bit. Get a little
Let them
seasoned.
simmer, let them develop. A lot of the villains in the comics have different arcs where they actually help out the heroes
Hmm.
and defeat whatever is going on. Why we're not going to be able to get a lot of that because
Yeah.
these villains have died right
Hmm.
off the bat. Like Age of Ultron in the comics was one of the best one of the best story arcs that I love. Personally, I love Ultron
Hmm.
and I loved him in the MCU, and they really just let him go. So
Yeah.
hopefully we don't see that same type of thing occur with this
Hmm.
movie, and I would like to see uh Doc Ock again. I would love to see Electro again. I would love to see Lizard again,
Yeah.
Sandman again. I would love to see everyone again somehow, some way. And if they make that happen, I will be ecstatic.
Yeah.
Um, but Tristan's in the chat. What is up
Yo,
with
what
it,
up, Tristan?
Tristan?
Welcome
My
back.
man said hi, welcome back. Man, we either haven't seen you in a little while or we didn't know that you changed your name again. You know what
Yeah.
I meant?
Man of
uh,
multiple disguises. I like it.
Hey, for real, he's out here like Moon Knight. He got alter egos. Bedrock dropped the trailer reaction for us. Thank you, I appreciate you. And then Samurai in the chat. What up, Marvel Bros? What's up,
Yo,
Samurai? Love to see you back in
welcome
here
back,
too.
Samurai.
Who are you? I know you're in the Discord. What's your name in the Discord, Samurai? Because I'm pretty sure you're in there.
I think it is
Um,
Team Samurai, isn't it?
is his name Team Samurai in the Discord? Oh man, I didn't know that.
I don't know why. I feel like I've seen that in the Discord, but I could be completely wrong.
It's possible. Tristan Verse says the Marvel's director pitched X-Men Galactus movie to Marvel Studios.
Ooh.
So, okay, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Marvels and a lot of stuff
Hmm.
about Marvels in our pop culture news
What it could
update
lead to? 'Cause
today.
that's a good point. I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
so we're gonna have to, go in on that. So yeah, Battery, you're
Okay. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
His name is Team Samurai in the
Yeah.
Discord, and Bedrock is confirming that. Thank you, Bedrock. Can you make sure that he has the needed the super fam, basically the super fam role in our Discord? Team Samurai does, because I'm not sure if he does, because I literally don't know if I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, Tristan Verse, are you in the Discord? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just want
Um.
to make sure everyone has the role in our Discord for Superfam if they are
Yeah.
not already in there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, how are you feeling, man? What are you thinking about the villains and just everything No Way Home as of late?
I just hope they. I hope the villains get their time to shine. With that said, they haven't been paying attention to Sandman. They haven't been paying attention to Lizard.
Yeah.
Like Andrew's world has not gotten a whole lot of love at all. Maybe with Electro, but still,
Hmm.
I think I hope we don't see them and then like them be irrelevant to to the different Spider-Mans. Like
Yeah, that's true.
I'm worried the Lizard isn't going to get any type of like they made him look like he was weak in in the trailer we saw. The trailer scene that we got of him was him getting punched in the face by an invisible figure, and that was it. And nothing else. So I don't know. I hope they all get the respectable moments and aren't wasted and aren't just there to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it really does feel like it's just mainly Doc and the Goblin. But I think we're just gonna have
Yes.
to wait and see what happens. Uh, but I'm
One
excited.
thing that with what you just said, my brain immediately sparked off, and
Mhm,
what I see and what I never even saw until right now is we have two villains uh from every universe, basically,
mhm.
other than the third goblin or hobgoblin, or the second hobgoblin that we don't know what's going on with that
Yeah,
dude
we're
at
not
all.
sure.
But so that means we have, if we have two villains from every Spider-Man universe, that would make a Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, could we possibly see Vulture and Mysterio maybe pop up in this movie, and they're trying not to show it to him? Because on top of what I'm saying already, all
Mhm.
of those villains that we know are in this movie are all dead in their respective universes.
Yeah.
So that might be a revival of them also being within the
I
MCU.
don't think we're
So
gonna
what do you
get
think?
a Sinister Six, man.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
I don't think that's gonna be their main focus for this movie. I really don't.
No, I
I
feel that all the
I
way.
feel like that's Sony's thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what they're really trying to do moving forward, even past this movie. But I don't think Marvel really cares about the Sinister Six at this point. I don't know
Yeah.
why. They really haven't put any focus on it. Maybe this is the movie to kind of start, but I don't think we're gonna even hear the name Sinister Six until the very end, if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's the focus at
Mm.
all.
No,
I
I
could
feel
I
what you're
could be
saying.
wrong, but just from what we've gotten and what people have talked about, sure these characters make up the team, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be their main focus at all. I think this is mainly going to be them getting their ass beat, possibly die, or all get put in the same place, like we talked about for the first time in the MCU, and maybe later on. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I don't think we're going to get like really hear the word Sinister Six a whole lot.
I can completely agree with what you're saying,
Mhm.
because it makes a lot. I feel it. It makes a lot of
Like
sense.
there's not a whole lot of evidence besides the fact that they're going to be there. That's going to be the main focus. But
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't seem like that to me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd want it to either. I feel like they need to simmer a little bit before they can even get there. So I think
Mm.
another movie's where that's going to have to kind of come into play, unless they're really going all in and like, okay, yeah, we're going to break the world with this one. Uh, but but yeah,
We got King in the chat. What up, bros? What's up with it,
yeah. What up,
King? Love
King?
to see you here again, man. How you doing? Uh, Tristan Verse says, "What if Reed Richards shows up in Secret Invasion? That would be dope."
Hmm. I, I I I feel like it's too. I don't know because
I
we don't
feel
have
you.
we don't have a release date for Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
I don't think at least.
Mhm.
Haven't heard anything. I was actually hoping we'd see evidence of them being around in the movies and shows we've gotten, but we haven't.
Yeah, at
Uh,
all.
Maybe
And
Blade and
yeah,
On.
I
That
think
we might.
WandaVision kind of fucked us up with that, because they mentioned the team in space. And then
Mhm,
ever since then, it was like, okay, Fantastic Four. Like, where are
mhm,
they?
mhm.
And I also kind of feel like if Reed Richards or any of the Fantastic Four were to show up, the best movie for that to happen in would be Ant-Man Quantum Realm. Just
Yeah,
just just personally, that's
and
me.
I think, and that's what I was going to kind of get into later because that's something that's going to be brought up as well in today's docket. Uh, but uh, but yeah, I'm excited, man. We have a lot more to talk about for Spider-Man moving up later on the
Oh
docket,
goodness.
so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, definitely.
But coming up next, uh, like we were just talking about, new posters for Spider-Man: No Way Home. Uh, that's the title, right? I don't know why No Way Home. No, it's No Way Home.
Yeah, Spider-Man No
Okay.
Way Home, bro.
I was like, wait a minute. Like even when I read read intro, I was like, did I put the wrong title? Like, I don't know why. Uh,
My
but
man's over here wilding.
yeah. But man, these posters, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
these posters are they're posters, man.
They're posters. Uh, this
Very repurposed, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what's going on over there. I really don't.
Mhm.
Puts very
Yeah.
no comment. This one is very not. I mean, December 16th. Get excited. You know. This one is definitely nothing new.
Yeah, they keep repurposing the arms and everything.
hmm But
And the next one, I
this one
like
I
this
think is
one.
this one's probably the better one. I like
Yeah,
this one.
and we actually have the alternate Green Goblin in this one. We don't have the
Yeah.
regular Green Goblin. What's his name?
Oh, is
Willem
the lizard in
Dafoe's
this one? It is.
Green Goblin right here. Yeah, Willem.
The li-
Yeah,
the lizard's down
we
there.
got Green Goblin, we got Lizard, and then we got Electro right here, who's
Yep.
actually his electricity is going into the ring, which is super
Oh,
dope.
we got the arms. No Sandman love at all. Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, maybe the background looks a little
yeah, I
hazy.
like
Could be.
this right here. This could be
Yeah.
sand.
Yeah. This is definitely my favorite out of the three that we're gonna
Hmm.
show. Uh, but again, they don't look very well made. Like if I'm okay at Photoshop, but if I was, if I improved myself, I probably could make this myself. You know,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could make this poster.
and I felt, I don't know, maybe they're just hiring people on Twitter that are known
We
for
know
making
that they've
posters,
done that already,
and they've
so
done that in the past a lot.
they
Especially
did
when,
that with the last poster that we saw. Some
yep,
dude just got hired for it, and
yeah,
he
and then
was getting
Boss
dressed
Logic
for
is
it.
a good example of that. Boss Logic stuff, though, however,
Boss
is
Logic
awesome.
is lit,
Uh,
though.
his stuff is actually really cool.
Boss
Uh,
Logic is amazing.
but some of this other stuff I'm seeing, not that great.
I don't know if you remember, but I'm pretty sure was it Boss Logic that he made all the Avengers logos, and then I went and and made
Oh,
everyone
that
decimate.
was
That was who was that? That was dude was awesome. That guy was awesome.
he's on our Instagram. I forget. I forget. I haven't seen him post a whole lot lately, but he was on
Hmm.
our Instagram.
Yeah, that was dope. And then all the logos of the people that were snapped, like we made, like I made it to where they were disappearing. Yeah, that was lit. That was awesome. Wait, maybe I didn't start with the right one. That's my bad.
Yeah, see,
There
this
we
looks
go.
bad too, man. I don't
Yeah,
know. They just don't
yeah.
look that inspiring. They really don't. Uh,
It's because Sony made them and not Disney. No, I'm just saying that's what it is. Sony made these. Disney didn't make these.
definitely feels Sony. Feels
It feels super Sony-ish.
uh, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are the three new posters we have for you guys. Definitely the third one I think is my favorite out of the three. Um, this one right here is definitely my favorite. Uh,
Yeah, this one is dope. I really like this one.
yeah,
I really like the adding of whoever this character is going to be,
yeah.
whether it be Green Goblin or Hobgoblin or
hmm
I don't know, but he looks dope.
Yep. Lizard finally got some love. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Even though you can't really see him, yeah.
that. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This
this
is
is cool.
awesome. Yeah. This is I mean it's cool. You're right. It's not
Yeah.
awesome. It's cool.
But
But yeah, yo, that is the newest posters that we have for
hmm good old Spider.
Spider-Man No Way Home, which will be coming out December 16th. Tickets will be on sale tomorrow. So I hope everyone
Yes.
is ready for that. Catching up with the chat. Charlie, what's up, Charlie? Welcome to the chat.
Yo, how's it going,
Anyone
Charlie?
from NYC, AMC Lincoln Square already selling tickets for No Way Home? Go straight to the kiosk, not the person behind the register. I was able to
Mm.
get 8 IMAX tickets for for December 16th. Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
That's
we're
lit,
actually
bro. 6:30 p.m. Yeah,
we're about to buy our
that's
tickets
awesome.
tonight
Yeah, we
midnight.
are not in
Yeah,
New
we're on the
York
complete
though, but
other
thank you for
side.
that.
That's right.
Yeah. We are in Cali, Merced, Cali right now.
Yeah. So, but we're excited. I'm excited to check this out in 40X. I hope we can get them, get the tickets to go see that.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's gonna be the move.
For sure. Tristan says, what if Reed Richards is a scientist working at Sword before the event where they get their powers? I would really like that. I think that would be
I
the
feel like that would make a lot of
best.
sense.
I think that would be one of the best strats that they could
Because
do. Yeah, I think that would be like the best strat that they could do, honestly.
like even with WandaVision,
Mhm.
what's the girl that was like the main character. I forget her
Monica
name.
Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. Like when she was there before the snap, uh, the sword leader dude mentioned how her and a whole bunch of other people were still in space, and
Mm-hmm.
after the blip, it really messed them all up.
Yeah.
Maybe some of those people that were in space are people that are with the Fantastic Four, possibly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about as well with the whole
Hmm.
that messed us up within WandaVision is
Yeah,
seeing that, even hearing that, because it was like, okay, is that the Fantastic Four? Like, is that
yeah.
Fantastic Four? But yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the first family in
Hmm.
Marvel in the MCU. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
they can do a lot of good things with it. I think they can do a lot of bad things if they don't handle it right, as
yeah.
we have seen within the other Fantastic Four movies.
Hmm.
I think one of the best things that I would like to see is like what Tristan is saying, and maybe seeing Reed Richards show up a couple of times
Yeah.
before we see him become Mr. Fantastic, though.
Hmm.
So him as a scientist is being
I
used.
think that'd be
Maybe
great.
he's there with Professor Hulk and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we see that event happen. Like, because we all know what's gonna happen. Everyone knows anyway.
Hmm.
So I think the best thing would to like be to grow him as a background character. So we're all like, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
no one even knows what he's about to become. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be really cool to see.
That'd be a really great way to improve his character development too. Because like with the movies,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about the one with Miles Teller. That was straight garbage. I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But the first two, even though they have the gripes, uh,
Mhm.
they had some okay pacing in terms of like revealing who's who, how they got their
Mhm.
powers. But I think going about it in like a systematic way, like how you talked about, like, oh, like maybe we know about him in like a show a couple times as a
Mhm.
scientist, and then like him popping
Mhm.
up again, and all of a sudden, like, oh my god, like I'm Mr. Fantastic. Like I think that'd be really cool.
Which is kind of similar to what they did with Monica
Hmm.
Rambeau, and I think that's why we all kind of loved her so much.
Yeah.
Who her character is, so
Hmm. Oh, that's a good point, Team Samurai.
Samurai is always coming with the clutchness, man. Keep your eyes tomorrow night. Big things are going to happen for Spider-Man fans, not just tickets on sale tomorrow. Maybe we get a new trailer for No Way Home.
Yep,
That would be awesome.
that'd be
I
a
would
great way to
love
kick it
that.
off.
Tristan says Andrew and Toby are going to be scientists when they show up, but during the final battle, they will suit up. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be the best thing. I want to see them as scientists. I want to see everyone nerd out. All the Peters get to
Yeah.
kind of nerd out together and have that Reed Richards
Hmm.
moment. I guess you could say that would be awesome.
You know, that's the one thing I'm kind of upset about Tom Holland's. I wish we saw more of his scientific side. You know, we don't really see a whole lot of his scientific side compared to Andrew.
I
And
mean,
maybe Toby had a lot of like I don't know. It felt like he had dealt more with like just like he was just smart, you know. But like
well, I mean to
Andrew
be
was like a
honest,
scientist type of thing.
they've given Tom Holland like Tom Holland has been basically built up as a scientist as well because he made his suit. I'm pretty sure he makes his web fluid. Um, and then in the last Spider-Man movie, he utilizes all of Tony's equipment to make another suit.
Yeah.
So they kind of have, but they haven't at the same time. He's been more of I see what you're saying though, because he's been
It's like
more of
I'm
a
gonna use all the
engineer like Tony
smart tech
Stark
around me to
rather
make
than
stuff.
a scientist.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see what you're going at, and that is one of the only things we haven't really seen from Tom Holland is being like a super
Like he really hasn't had a time to like
duper.
really nerd out
Mm-hmm.
compared to
Mm-hmm.
Andrew. Andrew,
Yeah.
out of all of the three, I think is the most sophisticated one in terms of like lab stuff. Uh,
Mm.
Toby, he just was smart in like chemistry and physics and stuff. At least that's what I
Mm-hmm.
remember from watching the first trilogy. Like he really didn't have like a
Well,
scientist moment.
he kind of did have a scientist moment because I think that's what the whole second movie is kind of about because him and Doc Ock create that machine that Doc Ock is
Mm,
initially using at the end, and he does it
that's
with
true.
the help of Peter Parker, and he is
Hmm.
actually one of his professors as well. And then I think everything happens because he gets a grant from Oscorp or something like that, and that's
Hmm.
why. because of his genius. You know what I mean? So
hmm
they they have done a pretty good job in every single movie of establishing that these characters are geniuses, for lack of better words. But I think it'll be awesome to get everyone together.
hmm
I think that'll be awesome to get everyone together.
Yeah.
Man, as soon as a comment pop up, I can see your head snap to it before I and that's how I know a new comment is there. Um Tristan says, I bet we get in the final trailer tomorrow. Why do you sell tickets without the last trailer?
you
Um
know, I feel like I
I
wouldn't.
don't think we ever get the final trailer before
Honestly, I
tickets
think
or
we're gonna
even
get
the
the final
day of
trailer the
tickets.
week of,
Yeah,
because
I was like, that's usually how it works.
that's what they did with Shang Chi. So I think that's probably the way they're gonna go about it. Uh, but I'm not sure. Um, I'm excited though. I'm just I feel like if they are gonna do it, it's gonna be like a week of to 2 weeks prior to the release, because that's what it seems like it's been for the last 2 or 3 movies. Uh, but I wouldn't doubt it if they release a couple new TV spots. Uh,
I think they
with
have released hella new
and they've
TV
been doing all
spots.
kinds of TV spots. With that said, we don't really watch TV spots because again, the third trailer we may or may not watch it even, because
I'm staying away.
uh, because Shang Chi's what final trailer really kind of spoiled the entire movie for us. So uh,
Kinda? You think it
that's
kinda spoiled the whole
that's an
movie?
understatement. But man,
That's a whole rant within itself. But
yeah,
I mean, we have so much. There's always going to be a lot of Spider-Man No Way Home news until we get that movie.
yeah,
So you guys make sure to be here next week when we're talking about something else that's transpired. Because we've even talked about it that we don't really want to see Toby and Andrew
hmm
in any of the trailers at all. We've got a lot of reports of everything. There's been leaks, of course, that have also been in our Discord, but without, I mean, still, it's like, man, we kind of want a level of surprise and secrecy to this movie to where when we're watching it, like, I think visually, Shang-Chi, the stuff that happened is really why we were like, holy moly, this is
hmm
crazy. But as far as the story, we knew everything that was going to happen.
yeah,
So like it was just until that moment where freaking Cthulhu broke through the dimension. It was
yeah.
like, okay, this is not what we expected by any means
hmm
whatsoever. This is awesome. But every other plot point up until that point, we were like, okay, yeah, this is right on time. Um, Tristan said there is a football game tonight. That's true, and they do
It's
like to
true.
show trailers in
It's
football
true.
games.
I don't know that Thanksgiving name. I don't know the Raiders Cowboy game was the game to do it at though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
facts.
That was the most viewed game since the 90s.
Yeah,
Like that was the biggest. Man, what a spectacle! It was a wild game to
that was
watch
crazy.
Thanksgiving Day. Uh,
Yeah,
but
my father-in-law was talking that hot mess, and then we won, and I was like, "Let's
yeah,
go!"
that was oh man. I thought I was 28 flags, bro. I think it was 28
Yeah,
flags.
yeah,
Both teams lost over 100 plus yards.
it's freaking crazy,
Like that's just wild to think about.
heartbreaking.
But
King says, "Imagine the riots if the other Spider-Men don't show up in the movie, bro. There's gonna be riots for sure. I've been saying that for the entire time.
mhm,
If Toby and Andrew don't show up, it's gonna be freaking. It's gonna be a bad time, yo. It's gonna be a bad time.
mhm,
Like everyone's just gonna be so heartbroken amongst everything else. But moving on from some Spider-Man news
yep,
to some other Marvel news, though. We have a still or a behind the scenes look, I guess you could say,
yep,
of Miss Marvel's new suit for the upcoming Disney Plus series, The Marvels. So,
yep.
is The Marvels a Disney Plus series? Because up until this point, I was pretty sure it was a movie.
I think it's a show or I'm not even sure. I might have put a show, not thinking about it, when I made the post. Uh, but I think it's a show. Loki is. Oh, it's a
No,
movie.
The Marvels is a movie. Yeah, because that's supposed to be Captain Marvel 2,
Yeah.
basically. So, yeah. I was like, Series.
Yeah,
Wait a
that's a good
second.
point.
Yeah.
I gotta double check these things now because I'm yeah.
Yeah. So oh yeah, Tristan says the Marvels it's a movie, and then Samurai says yeah it's a movie. Yeah, we got that. We got it, gentlemen. Thank you. We appreciate y'all for coming through and letting us know what's going on. So yeah, let's check out this suit.
First off, or I'll wait till you pull it up here so I can make my
Oh, it's
comment.
like
Okay,
whoa, what happened?
first off, this is a much improved costume compared to what we're gonna get in her show.
And man,
This is a
tremendously better.
legit costume. The one that she has in her upcoming series, Miss Marvel, is a costume she made, and so I just noticed that as well.
Yo, what's going
What
on?
does
No,
this mean? Hmm.
because he's
Interesting.
definitely in some type of armor as well.
Armor.
Yeah.
Kree? He's Kree.
Yes. He could be Kree.
He even has like the greenish tint armor.
Maybe he's like the right hand man to Ronan the Accuser, the one that we
Maybe.
saw in the
Did he
Captain
die?
at the end of the Captain Marvel movie.
He didn't die, right?
No, Ronan's dead.
Okay, okay. Ronan's dead.
Ronan is dead. Ronan the Accuser is dead. He died in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie
Hmm.
by the Power Stone when they
You're
all
right.
did the
You're right.
friendship hold grip,
Yeah.
and then he died. Yeah.
Yep. They
Um.
straight Care Beared it. You
Yo,
know.
they're killing all the villains. Right? They're killing them off, bro. If he's a villain that's been in the MCU, he's dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, yo, this is awesome. But
I knew you had some
I
reservations on it
am
though.
not. I am not. I don't know, man. Miss Marvel in general. I don't know what. I don't even know, bro. I have
Yeah.
a lot of bones to pick with everything about Miss Marvel that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a good time. I don't know if it's gonna be a bad time, bro.
Hey,
The things that we've seen with Hawkeye have
I was gonna say we said
definitely
that about
turned me
Hawkeye,
off,
man.
bro. Like it's definitely turned me off to what's gonna happen in
We
Miss
gotta rewatch
Marvel
it.
because
I
I
think
don't
we
know,
gotta
man.
rewatch it,
I
man.
I don't know, man. Because because I
It's
feel
Wheel of
like
Time, bro. It's Wheel of Time.
check
Spoiled
me
it
out
for
here
us.
though. But check me out here. I feel like with the Disney Plus shows, all of them have gotten us ready for the next thing that we're going to see in a way. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? With WandaVision and with WandaVision, it was getting us ready for the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then with Falcon
Hmm.
and Winter Soldier, that one and WandaVision both got us ready. See, I'm seeing you read it. I can see you, bro.
Hmm.
I can see you read the comment, man. I see it. Every time you look, I look because you look. Press F. But yeah, yo, there's a lot of different things that have been transpiring. Like so, and then Loki didn't really get us ready for anything because it was the
Hmm.
last one that we had, and then we had a month in between. That really got us ready for Eternals. So I feel like
Yeah.
Hawkeye is gonna get us ready for Miss Marvel. So they're like, let's downplay all of the CGI and everything in Hawkeye. So when Miss Marvel comes out and it's just as cheesy, if not a little bit cheesier, they won't have as many gripes with it
Yeah.
because they already saw what was going on within
Hmm.
Hawkeye. And it's like, yo, from the
Hmm.
last 3 Disney Plus shows that we've got and the level of amazingness everything has been at, like with every single
Hmm.
one, I feel like Hawkeye has really missed that mark. And I'm a little nervous as to what that means for Miss Marvel because I believe Miss Marvel is going to be the next Disney Plus show that we have in the lineup after Hawkeye. So
Yeah.
if we keep on the same pattern that we've been going on with these movies, these shows kind of getting us ready for what we see next, then man, I don't know, man. Then I hope we see some crazy stuff in this next episode of Hawkeye because if not, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know,
Yeah.
bro. I'm freaking nervous.
I think the show's definitely going to be a slow burner, and I think the first two episodes have definitely kind of given us
Even
that.
slower than everything else that we've seen.
Yeah. So I think in due time it'll be one of the coolest shows we've gotten in terms of what it has to offer.
Whoa.
But
That was a bold
I think
statement. We'll see.
I need to rewatch it. Uh, I want to rewatch it before we watch the next episode on Tuesday.
Mhm.
Uh, but I think it could be, yeah, because like King just said, it might be a great change of pace. It just might have
Jesus.
been
Bro, how are you
uh
reading the comments that fast? They're literally just popping up. Like, just put full screen on, bro, because yeah, it's taking you off your game, bro. You can't
uh
finish a combo.
and I just I don't know. Maybe doing this and watching it, Hawkeye didn't let me give Hawkeye the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Uh
What? What are you
it was
talking
just weird because
about?
that's never happened before
I was
in
about to
anything
say
that we've
that's never
watched.
happened before ever
But
with
like
anything that we've watched. So if that's the case with this, then it's
maybe it
just
took
not as
away
good
from the
of a
Hawkeye
show then.
experience. I don't know.
Nah, bro.
Uh
There's no way. Because we weren't even talking like that during it. We weren't even saying how we weren't talking about how we were
because there really wasn't a
disappointed.
whole lot to
We
talk
didn't
about.
talk about how bad it looked. Nothing. We didn't talk about anything until it was done. So
Hmm.
we didn't even have our normal exchange that we do when we watch
Hmm.
everything else like that we have watched here. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it was just bad. There's no other way to there's nothing else to say about it. It wasn't terrible. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm gonna watch the next episode and I'm probably gonna watch the entire season, depending on how the next episode is. But like, yo, I mean, even the Netflix shows that they've had are better than this. Like, Hawkeye was
Hmm.
on par with Iron Fist with the Netflix show. Like, that is how it was for me, bro. Like,
Hmm.
and I enjoyed Iron Fist. I had a good time with it. But out of Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and the Defenders, Punisher, all of it, Iron Fist just was like it honestly was not good compared to everything
Yeah.
else. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, just messes some things up, yo.
Hmm.
Tristan verse breaking news. I don't know if that's real. Hugh Jackman might be doing. Oh, you said might though. Hugh Jackman might be doing reshoots for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I've heard about this, but
I think we reported this a long time ago.
we've heard. Yeah, I was
Uh,
going to say we've heard stuff about Hugh Jackman forever though.
like the direct, for example, this was back in August. They reported that
Mhm,
he might be returning as Doctor Strange as well. But
mhm.
then he revealed, I think Hugh
In
Jackman was
Doctor
like,
Strange.
I haven't gotten any emails from Feige or anything like that. My inbox is empty.
And even
Uh,
when we said that, we were like, but that is something that they would say because they have snipers
yeah,
trained on everyone at all times.
yeah. And then there's another from a source that I don't really report stuff from anymore unless I do my research. Uh, because I don't want to call them trolls, but they're kind of trolls, uh, and very clickbaity. So I have to be very careful. When I saw that their post was about it was pretty old as well. Um, unless you see something different, Tristan, put the link down if there's something new that we're not privy to yet. But uh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want him in Doctor Strange 2. If I'm being honest, I don't
I
see.
would. I want everyone in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
We already have reports of
I guess there's a reason
everyone's
for him to be there,
freaking
but
variants
mm,
being in Multiverse of Madness. Like we've had reports of Tom Cruise being Iron Man. We've had crazy reports
yeah.
for this movies. John Krasinski showing up as Captain America. We've had freaking crazy reports for this movie. So I think anything is possible. What we've seen
Yep,
with Spider-Man No Way Home bringing back all of the dead villains, anything is possible. Any
yep.
even if you're dead, you can still come back in the MCU at some point for some reason about something somewhere sometime.
Hmm.
But I personally don't think it's going to happen, but it could be possible.
Yeah.
Tristan Verse says Kate's mother's fiance Jack is Swordman from the comics. Yeah, he's Swordman, and then I kind of think that she's going to be Madame Mask, but no for sure's on that, but she's definitely a villain, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah. And that's something that we didn't even know after watching it.
What?
But is he a bad guy or a good guy? Swordsman. That was a discussion we
I'm
had
pretty.
that we didn't know.
Wait, what?
Is the swordsman a good guy or a bad guy?
I think he's a bad guy. I'm pretty sure he's a bad guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure Swordsman is a bad guy. Um,
I because I couldn't
I'm
tell
pretty
what
sure
vibe
all
he
of
was
them
kind
are.
of throwing. Yeah.
To me, it seems like he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy, and he's possibly working for someone else. Like I feel like everyone else is that we've seen in this show so
Hmm.
far. I feel like Kate's mother is definitely some type of
Hmm.
villain somewhere. some way. She's gonna be somebody, don't know who, but she's gonna be someone. And
Oh
I
yeah,
just, I don't know. So
yeah. He's
I,
kind of it's kind of
I
a
don't know, man.
criminal.
I don't know,
uh,
man. I don't know, man. Hawkeye is just,
it'll be interesting to see what happens, man. Uh,
man.
we'll have to just stick to it, see how it goes.
And I mean,
Uh,
Miss Marvel, man, the stuff that we've seen from that has also just been like, sheesh. But she might be super good in the Marvels, the movie. You know what I mean? Like that might be an amazing rendition of everything.
mhm,
Because we've even seen that. Like characters will be better showing up in something else versus in their
yeah.
own thing. So
Mhm.
it'll be
Well,
really interesting to see what's going on.
moving right along with the docket. This is something that we had talked about heavily last week. But Star Wars, Rangers of the New Republic, will officially be formed with the next season of The Mandalorian and will no longer release as a solo film. And I'm pretty sure Cara Dune is coming back. Uh, now that the dust is settled, they're like, all right, bring her back. We don't really care. I feel like that's what it made it seem like when I saw this. But this was the original plan originally, and then I don't know who or what Kathleen Kennedy was doing. Oh yeah, we're gonna give them their own solo film, and then shortly after that was when the news that kind of got or when Cara Dune's comments kind of got her counseled for a little bit, and then here we are now, back to the situation where I think uh, Lucasfilms has no trust with Patty Jenkins,
Mm.
and I think that's what's going on here. I think they just don't like the way uh, pre-production, I guess, is going so far, and I think this is probably the better move for them to make to save the story arc. I think that's how I feel, but I don't know. How do you feel about this one, man?
Um, it is what
Not
it
that I
is,
was
kind of.
excited,
I don't. I was going to say I'm not. I don't know.
because
I
like
don't
it's
like. It is what it is, bro. We have a lot of other stuff that's coming to us in Star Wars,
mhm,
and I don't know how this. I feel like they were just kind of trying to expand on
yeah,
the lore of everything else that isn't
mhm,
Jedi, because
yeah,
that's basically what the Mandalorian did. And I'm pretty sure that's also what's going to be done with Boba Fett's miniseries, and
mhm,
kind of everything is going to just everything from here on out. Well, not here on out, but anything that's not directly correlated to Jedi's is just to kind of try to build out
yeah,
everything else that is Star Wars. Because we could have, like, if the Mandalorian was a movie, like if they make a Mandalorian movie right now with Mando and everything, I'm pretty sure everyone would be up for it. Everyone would love it. But that's not something that you could go for right off of the bat. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, just kind of give it to them.
mhm,
So I would have liked to see. I think I would have liked to see this show. And this is the one with the girl from Mandalorian that recently got canceled, right? This was
yeah,
supposed to
Cara
be her
Dune,
show.
mhm.
So yeah,
And I
I
think they're bringing
mean,
her back, but I don't know.
oh, well,
Yeah,
I just know it would be. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I think this is and again, like what you just said, it's not like we were excited for this. It
hmm
wasn't like, oh my god, this is going to be the one. Like no, no.
Yeah,
Uh,
facts.
this is
Yeah, King
definitely kind
said
of a
this show.
world building.
Honestly, I forgot all about it until this news came out. Not
Yeah,
very interested. Yeah, that's
yeah.
basically how everyone was. I think.
I cared more about that story arc in the Mandalorian than I did it in its own solo thing.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way I could put it. Uh, but yeah, I hope maybe that's something some of you guys look forward to. But let us know down in the comments how you guys feel about that. But
Yeah, and that'll be within not this next well, I mean we get Boba Fett
it'll
this
be
year,
next
right? And
year.
then next year we get Mandalorian. So
Yeah,
that'll be awesome. I can't wait to see what
2023. I
goes
think we
on
get
with that.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
If I'm all right.
Um and that'll be awesome to see and whatnot. So can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see everything that Star Wars can do
Hmm.
within these next couple of years, because they have, I mean, they got Dune coming out for their ass, basically.
Yeah,
Like without a lack of better words, they got a
yeah. I
couple of
think
things that can come for them.
they saw Dune and they were like, Yeah, scratch that. We that doesn't need to be made. We can use that money elsewhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
that's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
But
But moving right along, yo, because there I don't really have too much to speak on when it comes
mhm,
to that. That's just like okay.
yeah,
But Ant-Man 3 has officially finished
mhm,
filming.
yeah,
So that's awesome. We were kind of
mhm,
talking about that. That's gonna be our first introduction to full blown King the Conqueror and not one of
mhm,
his
yeah,
variant versions like we saw within Loki.
yeah.
Uh what do you think we could see from this movie?
I think this movie could be the first to really kind of show off uh, theories and stuff like that revolving the Fantastic Four. I think this one could potentially bring about issues that we got from Eternals heavily. But I think Guardians, the next Guardians, is going to be the one to really kind of delve into that, especially
Mm,
introducing potentially Galactus, like we talked about earlier. Um, but I think this is also the other movie to do that.
yeah. I feel it. I just can't. I think that along with Kang, I think Quantum Mania may be the first time we see the team up of Young Avengers, which I would love to kind of see take place. That's one thing that Jesus Christ. That's one thing that um I really
Mhm.
missed and wanted to kind of see more of right now is
Mhm.
Cassie as Ant-Man's daughter. I've wanted to
Yeah,
see
they
her
recasted
kind
her,
of
so I'm
sprinkled
curious.
within the MCU. So I'm kind of sad that we haven't got to see her anywhere up until right now.
Hmm.
But it is what it is at some point.
Hmm.
So I can't wait to check out what kind of happens with her character because she is a pivotal character within the
Yeah.
Young Avengers. I feel like she's one of the first that we saw
Hmm.
in
Oh yeah,
like be introduced within the
definitely.
MCU. So I can't wait to see Stature and maybe
Hmm.
go like see what's going on with that
Hmm.
and see how deep that could go because I mean as most of us know Kang is a Young Avengers villain more than anything
Yeah.
else. So I think that would be a really good way to kind of introduce everything and kind of have everything come to a
Hmm.
spearhead, for a lack of better words.
Hmm. I think it's going to be a great movie, though, man. I think this is going to be the first Ant-Man movie to really be a real, like, pivotal Marvel movie. The
Hmm.
first and second one definitely kind of like felt like they were Marvel movies just to be there. You know, they weren't necessarily, and they had stuff in it, but like they weren't pivotal at all by any
Hmm.
means compared to like Avengers, Age of Ultron, or something like that. You know, but I think this is definitely going to have huge implications into what's going to be happening moving forward, and really kind of delving into that quantum realm, which is what a lot of people, which is what we expected from the second Ant Man and Endgame, but that's not what we got. So,
Yeah.
and I think we're excited for that.
I think in that respect though, that Ant-Man has done an amazing job being kind of a background, almost like a prologue to certain
Yeah,
events that are taking place and
yeah,
kind of establishing uh MCU like humongous things within the MCU
hmm,
and movies that people almost don't even care about.
yeah,
Like what we saw in the first Ant-Man led to what we saw in the second Ant-Man. Like it was all just setting up the quantum realm, him going
hmm,
down, being able to come back through that. All of that set up everything that we saw happen in game,
hmm,
basically. So I've been a huge fan of Ant-Man, but
yeah.
I haven't been a fan of how they've not
Treated them.
really yeah, they haven't really gave him the just desserts or his respect
Yeah.
that he's really due. Even with just kind of signing off Hank Pym, like we
Hmm.
should be. That's one gripe that I kind of have with the MCU is we should see so many more of these characters
Oh,
more often.
yeah.
We should be seeing like Hank Pym everywhere. Like we should have saw him all the time. Like basically,
Hmm.
we should have heard about him before. It's not like Fox owned Hank Pym or something like that. I don't you know what I
Hmm.
mean? So we could have heard about something to do with Pym particles, Pym tech, anything.
Yeah.
And we don't really get that. We haven't got that within the first couple of MCU things, but I'm hoping that we get that with everything to come with the MCU.
Hmm.
Like maybe see some Oscorp stuff just in the background or
Yeah,
anything. Baxter Building, just kind of seeing something about the Baxter Building being in place or
yeah.
anything.
I
So
feel
it's
like
just been kind of unfortunate, but I like it though.
I feel like Oscorp's gonna be. It seems like Oscorp's gonna be the main focus compared to what Pym Tech could have been. Uh,
I
in
doubt it just because
but
of Sony, but I would like that.
oh, you're right. I don't know why. I feel like I've just seen Oscorp way more than I've
Hmm.
seen Pym stuff at all. Uh,
No, you have.
but in regards to the two movies, because I'm not saying they're bad movies at all.
Yeah.
Ant-Man 1 is like one of my favorite movies
Mm,
in all of the MCU. It's one of the movies I could watch over and over and over again and enjoy. Um, I just love the dynamic from all the characters that we see in that movie.
yeah.
Two, I'm a huge fan of, but I like it for different. I like it for the dynamic that I saw in one, but not necessarily for the story that we got in two. Um, but
I see what you're saying.
both are great movies, and I'm excited for part three.
Yeah. Marcio says, I loved both Ant-Man movies, LOL. The second one is literally in my top three Marvel movies. Nice.
Okay,
Uh I
that's
know
all.
I'm in the minority with that opinion. I mean, yes, but don't get me wrong. I really did like Ant Man 2. That's also,
Yeah,
I think I kind of enjoyed Ant Man 2 a little bit more than Ant Man 1,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, because Ant Man 1, any of the movies that just have a copycat villain of the hero, I'm not a big fan of, just right off
Hmm.
the bat. That's just me. Like, that was one of
Yeah,
my biggest gripes with, like, everything, like Iron Man, Black Panther, just everything, Like it's like with the hero and the villain are the same exact freaking person, but one
hmm,
like they're just yin and yang of being the same exact person. Like, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, bro, come on, G, just give me anything else. But I'm hoping that with this last Ant-Man movie, we get to see some freaking crazy implications, crazy stuff happening, very similar to like what I want with Thor Love and Thunder. I want to see crazy implications with that. The third movie has to always
yeah,
be the best one. So Spider-Man's
yeah.
getting his third movie. Doctor Strange is on his second one though. Thor's
Hmm.
third, Ant-Man's third, and Captain Marvel's second. So I just can't wait to see like what happens within these movies,
Yeah,
because you got to give a good, I mean, I'm pretty sure we know that Paul Rudd and Chris Hemsworth aren't going anywhere, and they're down to do that role for the rest of their lives,
yeah,
basically. Same with Mark Ruffalo, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, yo, just let them pop up in all these other movies. Let them do what freaking happens in comic
yeah,
books, where just characters pop up. And I just really would enjoy it.
yeah. Um, I think we have a lot to look forward to. Anyway, I think this is going to be huge for that IP, and
Mhm.
I think a lot of people can deserve to be excited for this one. Um, Plus, like you said, if it's going to continue that, actually, not didn't necessarily continue, I guess, because it technically happened right before the snap, so we didn't even get to see. So hopefully, this one will actually see more of what happened uh, when the blip happened. And
Mhm.
maybe this is kind of the one that's going to kind of show us more than what we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I'm totally down for. I think that's even I think it's what I want more of,
Yeah,
actually. And I think more people want to see that as well. Uh, but exciting though, exciting time. Um,
for real, for real.
but
King says, "Yo, off topic, and it's not comic, but do you guys plan on doing any Cobra Kai stuff?" No, I think that's a
I,
soft.
I don't know if I would. If I do,
I think that's a crisp no.
if we watch it, we're not going to do a live stream, but we'll check it out. Then we'll talk to you guys after the whole thing. But like even then, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest Karate Kid fan. If I'm not gonna
Whoa.
lie.
Okay, that's not why I'm not watching it,
I
but I love Karate Kid. I've seen every single Karate Kid,
like
even the one with the female as the main character. I've seen all of them.
there's one
You
with a
know,
female. I didn't know that.
yep. And it's still Mr. Miyagi. Yep.
I like the
I've seen them
first.
all. They're
two,
amazing.
and then I actually kind of like the one with uh Will Smith's
Jaden
son.
Smith,
Yeah, I actually really like that one.
that was a good one as well.
I really like those movies, but like I wasn't excited for Cobra Kai at all. Is what I meant, like I didn't have,
Yeah,
uh, but it being on YouTube initially,
that definitely turned me off. I was like, nope.
yeah, I think that's definitely kind of plus it's not like everyone like I don't pay for YouTube. Like I'm not gonna pay for
Hell
YouTube.
no.
I'm sorry,
Hell
I'm not.
no. I just saw today that Twitter has a subscription thing now called Twitter Blue. And it's like $2.99 a month, and you get like different features for it. Swear to God, check it on Twitter, bro. It's all good. Swear to God, bro, it's wild.
I remember when they announced that a long time ago on the news, and I was like,
Hmm.
"What?" Oh, uh, but if anything changes, we'll let you know. Uh, but moving right along, with the docket, we have a new still from DC's League of Super Pets featuring Superman, voiced by John Krasinski. Yo, I was not prepared. Uh,
I think there's actually a new trailer for this that we should that we haven't watched yet, if I'm
oh
not
yeah,
mistaken.
I think there
But
is a new little thing. Uh,
that this still comes from, if
mhm.
I'm not mistaken. But yo, this looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm loving the way it looks, man. I think this is pretty
Hmm.
cool. Ooh.
Yeah, I really like this. It looks dope. I can't wait for it. We've had a lot of mixed feelings about the crypto or the Super
Mhm,
Pets movie with the first look that we had. It was major cringe the
mhm,
entire time, and it just seemed like from the trailer that we saw, my opinion is that it just seemed like a movie that they were trying to get Kevin Hart, The Rock, and Jason Krasinski. Like they just wanted to make a movie with big names. That's just what it looked like from the first look that from my opinion that we saw.
in my opinion, I thought this is a straight up kid movie. Like sometimes it's a hard line to tell if it's either kid or adult, but sometimes you just
You
know.
just know.
Uh, and with that teaser, it felt like okay, this doesn't seem like it might be for adults.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, like Big Hero 6, is it for kids? I don't know.
Like
Uh,
kids can watch it.
yeah,
Like,
but definitely, that one's definitely for like adults or older people to kind of check out because
mhm.
they can kind of see the meanings that are in that. Uh, I'm excited for this though. I think it'd be a
Yeah.
cool watch. It might be really funny. Uh, but I think the only gripe for
I
me
don't
it
think we
might
really
be
laughed too much from that trailer though. It
it was
just
like
seemed too
20 seconds.
forced. Yeah, and in that 20 seconds, literally there was like 10 jokes, and it was like, geez,
Yeah,
this is tough.
and so it might be a super kid movie that we're just not. But maybe this week when we check out the latest teaser for this for you guys, uh, we'll probably talk about it some more. Let you guys know how we feel.
Yeah, for sure. Because this is gonna be one of those ones where you either really like it
Or not.
or you're gonna be
It
like, no, this is
was the
not it.
worst animated movie ever. I wasted
Yeah.
time of my life
I
on
mean, even
this.
look at my man Superman though. Like, bro,
He doesn't look that bad, does he?
what?
No, right?
Yes, bruh. I think he does personally.
Maybe a little sharp along the eyes there. I don't know.
I just feel like this looks like it looks like they were trying to copy Incredibles.
Mm.
And then I feel like they made Superman too Superman-ish. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying with that, but
It feels too OG.
yeah, there you go. It
Too
feels like
too OG.
1980s Superman
Yeah,
with when his entire upper body is like, bro.
yeah.
I don't know.
He's too OG Superman looking. I get it. I understand. I understand.
Okay, all right. That's my only gripe. That's my
Hmm.
only gripe. But other than that, I'm definitely still gonna watch it because
Hmm.
I mean I know we had a little high expectations for it initially when we first heard about it. Like, yo, this can be what Bolt wasn't. And
Hmm.
that's a really big like thing to say
Yeah.
because Bolt was still a
I
freaking
was so hyped
amazing
for Bolt,
movie.
dude. I was so, and then when I watched it, I was like, "You're shitting me! He doesn't have
He's
powers." Oh my god,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
they
believe it.
definitely bamboozled us with that
Yeah,
one.
but great movie,
But
by the way. Great
it
movie.
was still that's what I'm saying. It was a great movie, and that's kind of what like on the note of what you were talking about of not really being able to tell where that line is with certain movies because even with that movie there was crazy good points that they were trying to really hit home that you don't have to
Yep.
you don't have to basically sell out one is one of the biggest ones with like the
Yeah.
little girl that it was live your life. There's just so many different things that you could have walked away from with that. And this one kind of just looks like it might be Wonder Pets, but
Yeah.
DC pet. You know what I mean? But the DC superhero
Or
pets.
Secret Life of Pets, but more extreme
Yes.
and more jokes.
Superhero versions. Yeah,
Yeah.
just the secret life of DC super pets. Like that's
Yes.
like that's kind of what we're not wanting from this at all.
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Hopefully
Uh,
hopefully we see like a villain type thing within the next trailer because if we
mhm.
don't see something like that, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's just them talking, arguing the whole time. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, because that's okay. See, you're just trying to push my buttons. Moving on though, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy has officially teased the return of sequel trilogy characters. The quote is certainly those are not characters we're going to forget. They will live on. Those are conversations that are going on with the creative team. So, what do you think this means? And do you have any depth on what that is saying?
That's all that we have.
Jesus Christ.
What's it called? There was the picture I posted with it is basically featured all the characters within the Force Awakens like trilogy.
Mm.
Um, or the Skywalker. I don't even know what that trilogy is called. I guess the finale for the Skywalker. I don't know. Uh, I don't know if people know that. I don't know. Anyways,
The last trilogy in the Skywalker saga.
yes. I think because that introduced us to a lot of different characters. A lot of characters that we didn't care for. Some characters we did. Others we were like, why? What's the point? Apparently, we're going to start seeing some of those come back. And
Okay, so this is specifically talking about the newest trilogy.
yeah, and this is I don't know. Maybe we'll see them pop up in uh, Ahsoka. You know, all those other things. I don't know. I I'm excited, but I really don't like Kathleen Kennedy. If I'm being honest,
Yeah,
uh,
and she's like the actual like president
I
now.
don't
Like
like the
she's not
direction
going
that she's
anywhere.
taken with Star Wars at all. And I think a lot of people there's actually a lot of hate
Hmm.
for Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm not coming from a place of hate. I'm just coming from a place of like, who do you
What
have
did you
working for you? Like, what makes you come up with these things?
do? Yeah,
Or or why do you want to support these terrible ideas? I don't understand. Because I think this latest trilogy could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. Uh, but I guess this is something to look forward to. You know, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've always been a diehard Star Wars fan, but it's been really hard to kind of show my love to Star Wars. I mean, with the Mandalorian,
hmm,
that's one thing, but like everything else outside of that hasn't been hitting the mark. Has been hitting the mark.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. It's just going to be really interesting to see what direction they're trying to go with, especially with the new trilogy being based on the Old Republic. I think that
Hmm.
they said.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they're going to try to keep going forward while they're going back.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's something that we've really ever seen take place before. And
Hmm.
I don't really know if I want to see it take
Hmm.
place. Because it's like, yo, we already know what everything in the past has is going to cause, basically.
Yeah.
So I think we should keep moving forward, but that's just me.
Hmm.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what direction Kathleen takes the rest of the Star Wars universe in the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I'm excited, but again, I think a part of me is more worried than anything. Uh, but again, I think this is one of those things we just have to wait and see. Uh, hopefully, Boba Fett kills it. I'm sure they will kill it with Boba Fett. Uh,
Yeah.
but if it flops, God, I don't even know. Uh, maybe the Mandalorian was the unicorn in the forest, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope
Facts.
it's not the case. I really
Hmm.
don't. But you know,
But I mean, look at what we have. We're gonna have Boba Fett, Mandalorian,
hmm
Ahsoka, the Kenobi series. So I feel like all of those are gonna be real make it or break it for what
yeah,
happens next with Star Wars.
hmm
Real make it or break it.
yeah.
Out of all of those four that I just mentioned, though, what is your most anticipated one that you're looking forward to? And then
Ahsoka.
I'll tell you mine after mine. Okay, well, you said
Yep,
that fast. Ahsoka?
yep. Ahsoka. She's my character, bro. Ever
Yeah,
since Clone Wars, bro, I've always been a diehard Ahsoka fan. And
yeah,
the new season improved that even more.
yeah.
Uh, and it just felt so good to see her in live action. Obviously,
Hmm.
we had a whole conversation about this in our Discord,
Yeah,
talking about how it's very different Ahsoka than what we
yeah.
expected. And it was not a good thing. So we were kind of hoping to see some changes moving forward, and more details as to how, okay, why was she that way in the first place?
Yeah.
And hopefully the Ahsoka show kind of show that. But what about you?
Yeah, man. I want to say Ahsoka, like I
hmm
really do, because I feel the same way. Everything that you just said, I agree with 1,000%.
hmm
But I am pumped for the Kenobi series because we're going to
hmm
see Vader in that. And we're gonna see Vader, bro. And Vader is Vader, bro. So I'm pumped to see Vader again, and we're going to see a like
Yeah,
what's his name? I can't even think of his name. Christian Sensian or something like that. I don't even know
yeah.
what his name is. Uh
The OG Darth Vader,
the
basically.
OG,
I'm
the
sorry, not the OG. I'm sorry.
Hayden Christensen,
Yeah,
the OG Anakin Skywalker,
yeah. That's
basically.
probably what I should have said.
So we're gonna see the Anakin Skywalker rendition of Darth Vader, which will
hmm
be like being able to see him go deeper and deeper into the dark side that he's
Yeah,
already freaking, you know,
yeah.
been like basically full blown accustomed to. And I can't wait to see that. Very similar to what we saw in Rogue One, and which what made Rogue One such an
hmm
amazing movie was being able to see Vader come and be
hmm
that freaking slaughterer that we know him to be. And I just hope we get to see some type of stuff like that within this series. And I really want to see Vader, of another Vader Obi-Wan fight, because there's no way that they only had two fights in their entire life. I just don't. I just
And we got art that showed that them fighting
Mhm,
again, um, or it was just a flashback. I'm not sure.
mhm,
Because like in the original Star Wars movies, Darth Vader says, I sense a force that I haven't felt in many years. Uh,
mhm,
maybe it really was that long since they fought. Obviously, I hope we see them come together once again. Um, I haven't read the books. I'm not a big comic, so I don't know what has happened, what hasn't happened. If you guys have and know, let
mhm.
us know down in the comments. But um, I don't know. I hope they definitely meet again, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. With what knowledge we have of the show so far. Um, but speaking of Star Wars, though, man, like looking back at the Mandalorian, they definitely have to move away from making more of a family friendly movie.
Mm,
Because the Mandalorian was the most gritty Star Wars thing we've gotten in a long
yeah.
time, uh, and I think that really benefited it as a Star Wars film. And I think moving forward with the movies, they need to get a little more dark and deep, like with Dune. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't think people were there for the whole family thing. I mean, obviously, you have Disney Plus to do that,
Yeah.
but in terms of
S-
like actual movies, I think they
Star
need to go a
Wars
little more gritty.
Star Wars just doesn't feel like it's a kid property. Like
hmm
I just agree with what you're saying completely. They need to keep making the cartoons and all of that for the
hmm
kids and whatnot, but
Yeah.
Everything else, it needs to be for us,
Yeah,
yo. Like if they want something to be for kids, they can do it like they did with Star Wars Rebel, not Rebels,
Resistance.
Resistance. Yeah, so with Star Wars Resistance, yo.
Mhm,
That show was 1000% for kids. You know what I mean?
mhm. Which
So
is
they
canon, and it's wild because I watched
yeah,
the
that's
first
what
two
I'm
seasons.
saying.
I
Every
was blown
like
away.
bro, everything that Star Wars is canon, so they need to just, make some stuff that's kid friendly and make other stuff that's more
Mhm,
adult friendly, I guess you could say, that is
yeah,
definitely made for the 16 and up, 21 and up, the
yeah,
18 and up, so to speak. I just That's what we need from this. And like you just were saying as well, that's something that we saw accomplished super well with Dune. Like
mhm,
that, it made it right off the bat. This is not a show for your child to come and watch because they're not even going to care about it. Like they
yeah,
can watch it if they want to, but this isn't an action filled, just a spectacle. You know what I mean? This is storytelling, world building, what
and
we
that's what we
need
need.
for Star Wars.
Mhm,
Like that's what we need for Star Wars 1,000,000%.
yeah,
Um, Ben says can't wait for Mandalorian season 3. Probably going to be a war on Mandalore for the dark saber. Yeah, I would love to see Sabine and I would love to see everything somehow cross back over
yeah.
basically. Um
I think
except for the Kenobi series because that's going to be in the past. But I would
yeah,
love to see everything else cross over, very similar to what I'm pretty sure they already did with like
yeah.
Ahsoka and the leader of Mandalore being in the season of the
Yo,
Mandalorian.
hear me
That
out.
was freaking amazing.
Hear me out. And I think this would be awesome. Kind of. Watch Thrawn be the one to like take the black saber from or dark saber from the
Mm,
Mandalorian. Like
I
watch
can
him
see
pop out of
that.
nowhere and defeat him in battle to take the dark saber.
Hmm. Defeat her
Man,
in battle.
defeat the Mandalorian
Oh no, Mandalorian does have this. That's right. He does have the dark saber. That's right.
because he has the dark saber right now.
Yeah,
And
because
he can't give it to someone because then that person he gives it to isn't going to be looked at as honorable. They have to
yeah,
like defeat someone to
defeat
get.
him. Yeah,
So that'd be kind of a wild twist, especially with Sabine coming into play and Ahsoka coming into play, looking for Thrawn, and
yeah,
or Ezra. Maybe Ezra's all dark, all decrepit. I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe he's like a Darth Maul at this point, which would be kind of crazy to think about. But uh, but I'm
But
excited,
yeah,
man. I
man,
think
I'm pumped too.
we have a lot to look forward to with Star Wars. I just hope they kind of get it together and figure out what's worked and what's not going to work.
Just give it to Dave Filoni. That's it.
It's probably the way to go. It's probably the way to go, man. Probably the way to
Yeah, facts. Ben said, "I can't wait to cry like 10 times watching the Kenobi series, bro." Facts, man.
go. Hmm.
Big facts, Ben. You are hitting the nail on the head with that one, yo. It's gonna be a deep, it's gonna be a sad, it's gonna be a wonderful time. We're gonna
Yep.
see so much. I hope we get to see more of the relationship that Obi-Wan kind of, established with the all of the stuff that we see happen in the
Yeah.
books. Basically, I hope we get to see some of that kind of actually get to be transpired onto the screen because I have a pretty well-rounded knowledge of the books as well, not fully in depth, but I know a good decent amount of everything that goes on, and I hope we get to see his relationship and just all the different stuff that was going down. I
Yeah.
really want to see. I want this to be just as much of uh Hayden Christian Anakin's Vader's show as it is of Kenobi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how much I want. Like
Hmm. But you
that's
know,
definitely what I'm hoping for.
now it's just a waiting game. Hopefully they do it and
Hmm.
figure out how to get it together. Uh, but I look forward to it though. I really do. Even though I'm worried, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
But moving right along. So our final item on the docket, uh, we have a new poster for Jurassic World Dominion. Uh, I'm so excited for this, bro. I love
Yeah.
the Jurassic World movies. I think that's one of the few uh, IPs that,
Universes.
yeah, that have really done a really good job uh, giving us what we want and more. Uh, And I think that's another thing that we need to watch. They released a little prequel or prologue for this movie on YouTube for us to check out.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I will definitely have to check that out.
uh, I think this is awesome. How you feeling about this, man?
Yeah, man, this is dope. I really like the last movie. I can't wait to see how they kind of incorporate all of the dinosaurs being in the real world now that they've
Hmm.
escaped Jurassic Island, basically. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I feel like that's going to be a really dope story that they can tell.
Hmm.
I don't know what the hell it's going to be about.
Yep.
I feel like it can be
Yeah.
about
It's good.
anything.
Yeah. It's kind of hard. Like they could probably do a lot. Uh,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be exciting, man.
Like, yeah, they could do so much with this. And I feel like we're where we left off within the last one when we had the T Rex like like howling to the moon type of thing. That was an
Hmm.
awesome way to end it. And I hope we get to see some type of beginning. Like maybe what we see in this poster is how it begins, like
Yeah.
just right after. I don't know if it's going to be right after the events of the last movie or if we
Yeah.
like going to get a little time jump like
I think.
5 years and now everything is like incorporated to where it's like modern day Flintstones with
Mhm. I think it's because there's a couple short films of already out that we can watch, and we'll probably have to check. Maybe we can react to them that are out post the last one and before this one. So I think we're going to see a time jump from the beginning of this one.
mm,
Uh, but I don't know. I don't know.
mm. Yeah, I didn't know that there was a just different stuff available online to check
Hmm.
out, but that'll be definitely awesome for us to do. I would love to check those out for sure. I really want to see this movie because I feel like the newest, well, I think there's been like three newer ones, right? Like there
Hmm.
was the first one, and then there was the last one that we had, and then now we got this one. So
Yep.
I feel like I feel like Jurassic Park and now Jurassic World has done a really good job of kind of staying true to the IP.
Yep.
Not going cheese balls with
Yeah.
it, you
Not
know?
swaying. Not
Yeah,
doing anything
they've
crazy. Uh,
like it
but
when it's like they're what fantastic what Fast and the Furious could have been. You know
mhm.
what I mean? Like Fast and the Furious just they had a roadmap and
Yeah.
then they went to space instead.
Yeah.
They were like, forget this roadmap.
It wasn't that
Our
bad
cars are
though.
gonna
It was
be
actually kind
rockets.
of cool to watch.
But it
I'm
was
not
just
gonna
like
lie.
I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like they when you watch when you watch the first one, you have
Versus
no
we're
idea what's about to happen in this
yeah,
entire universe of freaking race cars. How it
yeah,
starts turning into everything else other than that.
yeah.
They haven't raced in 7 movies. So it's like, yo, this one though, it stayed true to
Mhm.
dinosaurs and everything. And I think we kind of say it's on par with Planet of the Apes in that trilogy
Yeah,
that they did because that one is
that trailer
impeccable as
was
well.
awesome. Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah. With all that said, that about wraps it up for today's uh docket. In terms of movies, we don't really have anything coming out.
Yeah, I don't think anything
Uh,
popular
with that,
like
I think
that.
we have a lot of holiday stuff coming to Netflix and stuff like that. Uh,
Mhm.
but House of
The
Gucci's out right
Power of
now.
the Dog, Single All the Way, Shaun the Sheep, Mixtape, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, nothing.
Everything, yeah. All those first ones I said are on Netflix, and then Diary of a Wimpy Kid is on Disney Plus. And I believe
Mhm.
that Diary of a Wimpy Kid is going to be a cartoon instead of a live action.
Yep. And then on we have the new Resident Evil for people to check out. King Richard is available to watch.
Mhm.
Uh and all three of those are movies or possibly movies we're gonna check out. We just gotta uh with
Fit
my
them
new
into the schedule.
yeah, with
Yeah.
my new work schedule and stuff, we're just trying to figure things out. So hopefully we can bring you guys a couple movie reviews this week along on top of our hot guy screening Wheel of Time. This is an exciting week. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome, guys.
It's going to be one hell of a week for Marvel Bros, y'all. So
Oh,
make sure you're subbed. notification bell is ring so you guys can be aware of whenever we go live, whenever we post a new
Yep.
video, because we post trailer reactions and other videos regularly, literally daily. We were posting trailer reactions, so make sure
Yep.
you guys are here for those. Man, and hopefully we get to talk about Hellbound this week as
Yeah.
well, because Hellbound was freaking crazy.
I need to finish. I think I'm 2 episodes away from the finale. Actually, I think it might be
Okay, okay,
1.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm about to, but I finished Cowboy
Okay, I was
Bebop.
definitely
I
was about to
finished
say a couple
Arcane.
things. Yeah,
Uh,
Arcane, amazing. I'm
oh,
I'm
dude.
halfway through Cowboy Bebop right now. I'm on episode 6,
Yeah.
about to start it. Cannot believe how good and cheesy that show is. It's been a really good time. It's been a long time since I saw a show that is a good cheese. You know, like
Yeah.
a nice Gouda,
And
a
that's
real
kind of,
deluxe type of
and
cheese.
that's
You
how I
know.
felt, man. That's how I felt watching it. But
Mhm.
I'm kind of glad I didn't watch the show though. Prior, I don't think I would have liked it.
Yeah, I feel like I like it more because I watched the anime first,
Yeah.
because at first I was super bummed from what I was seeing,
Hmm.
but then like once I actually watched it, like I didn't even finish the first episode when I first started watching it.
Yeah.
So once I actually finished the first episode and then I watched the second episode, I got halfway through that and was like, bro, this is killing me. And then I finished
Yeah.
that one and then I watched the last and then I watched episode 3, 4, and 5 back to back to back. And then it just literally kept
It,
getting
it,
better
it
and
it gets
better and
better and
better
better, man.
with every episode. So I was really pleased with that. Yeah.
And that's why I kept watching it and didn't go to
Mhm.
bed till like 4 or 5 in the morning. Past couple nights
Jesus.
because I was binging Arcane one night and then I binged uh,
Oh yeah,
after work. I just couldn't go to sleep. So that's what I was
yeah.
doing. And then I need to finish Hellbound, but yeah, a lot of stuff to look forward to, guys. So again, real
Mhm.
quick, make sure you're notified because we're probably going to go live every day uh, between Tuesday and Thursday. So uh,
Yeah.
be prepared. A lot of good stuff's going to be coming to you guys. So we're looking forward to it.
Facts, 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 facts. And make sure you join our Discord, where we are always having amazing conversations about everything that we talk about in our pop culture news updates, as well as all of the posters and stuff. Whenever something comes out, we try to talk about it in our Discord, kind of right away. Maybe sometimes not right away. It depends on how busy our week is. But we try to always talk in our Discord, and then everyone else in our Discord as well, like talks amongst themselves as well. So make sure you guys join there so we can, talk to you guys. And make sure you visit our website at
Mhm.
www.marvelbros.com, where you can also find a link to our Discord, as well as where we always go live. And you can also purchase our merchandise to support Marvel Bros and everything that we have going on here for you guys. And with all that being said, thank you guys for tuning in with us on another amazing pop culture news update.
Yep. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you guys for watching. Marvel Bros. Pop Culture News Updates are now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can also watch Marvel Bros. Live every Sunday on Facebook.com, or you can watch them on YouTube, where we upload regularly. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Marvel Bros 23 to keep up with all things Marvel and everything pop culture.